Down the home stretch we go with the basketball regular season. It's the final push for a better seed at the conference tournaments. Today we talk with Associate Head Coach Brad Nelson as the women prepare for a home game and the final 2 weeks of regular season play. We spotlight sharpshooter Spencer Haldeman that's doing all he can to keep the Panthers in the hunt for a higher seed at this year's men's tournament. And we tell you how a UNI football player is getting recognized and rewarded for his amazing accomplishments in the classroom and around campus.